Hi, I'm Michael Rose from Five9 and welcome to Take5 with Five9. Joining me today is one of our customers, Stratasys, Kevin Brett, and he's the Manager of Training and Operations there. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. And as always, we like to start off with, tell us a little bit about what Stratasys does and your role there.
Yeah, so Stratasys manufactures 3D printers. So we are one of the oldest companies that has been manufacturing these printers. We work a lot with other businesses. So it's business to business, international, getting customers set up to learn how to take advantage of the technology. So it's a really exciting company to be a part of. It's a technology that people are starting to hear more and more about. But it's still, there's a lot of unknown with it, and there's a lot of cool places that it can be taken. And it's really exciting to see what both our own employees and our customers are doing with it.
So let's take now, we all know there's a pandemic. We're all working from home. I can see you're in a work from home office and we're expecting an interruption from a child at any time.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We'll see how we go. What trends are you seeing for your business right now?
So I think for our business, we're kind of in a holding pattern like a lot of people. Most of our companies are other businesses. And so as those businesses throughout the country and throughout the world are figuring out their new routines, figuring out how to staff their facilities, we're working to see how we can support them and make their way through the very ambiguous times right now. So if there's things that they can be doing remotely, if there are procedures that they need to know about and how to shut down their printers for a little while they figure it out. We are starting to see those customers reach out to us more and more for advice, for help on how to keep things running, for help on how to package things up properly. But we are starting to, I think, see more and more customers coming back a little bit. We're starting to see more of our printers online. And I think as a business, we're really reacting to that and making ourselves ready to help get those customers back up and running as seamlessly as possible.
Now, you mentioned something really interesting there. You said you're starting to see some more of your printers coming back online. Is that because we're starting to see some people going back to an office environment, or have your customers found new ways of working?
It's a little of both. So I think that there's definitely some locations that we've seen start to open up. We've also started to see companies that are doing things like allowing 25% of their workforce to come back to take advantage of social distancing, but still have some people to keep the engine running in the building. And as they've started to do things like that, to put procedures in place like that, a lot of the times it's the operators of these machines, it's the engineers who are coming back and who are picking up some of that slack and some of what's dropped off during the time away.
Okay. And so now let's specifically look at your contact center. What have been some of the impacts there? I'm assuming everybody's now working from home thanks to the cloud.
Yes.
But are you seeing increased demand? How have they been coping through this time?
So we've seen a bit of a drop off initially, which was expected. As people are away from their machines, there's less technical support issues. A lot of budgets have kind of slowed down while everybody, again, figures out what that new normal is for them. What we're really anticipating is that as these companies start to come back, though, we're going to start to see some spikes. So we're preparing for an increase in demand on that front. And then in the meantime, of course, right in the middle of everything that was happening, we actually had a major product launch just last week. Wow. And so it was one of those things where, of course, we had planned for a long time on how to do this at a trade show and how to have the right people available for it. And suddenly we had to pivot to making it all digital. So we were able to put together a great video launch of it. We actually created a new phone number that was a unique hotline for it. We got some new users trained on how to use Five9 and how to use the phones that weren't normally doing it. And so we had a lot of opportunity to teach some people how to take advantage of the phones in ways that they hadn't been doing previously. And really go a long way to supporting a major launch for us, which was great.
So, you talked a lot about the agents, Sam. What has become the new normal for you?
For me, it's getting very comfortable seeing my own face on webcam. So that is something that we do a lot of in-person meetings, and typically we when we do have to do phone meetings, we haven't used the video, we haven't used other components, other ways of getting in touch. And so for me, it's suddenly, remote troubleshooting myself. So our agents and our sales reps are my customers, and I can't walk over and see what they're seeing anymore. And so for me, it's getting used to doing things remote, just like they are. I think it's been really interesting.
Yeah. And what do you see them being probably your favorite part of work from home?
Casual clothes. I think that's been a big one. The hat is more out of necessity. I've joked that my quarantine hair is not work appropriate or ready for webcam. But it's, for as much as I worry about distractions from my kids running in and screaming, it's been nice to see them on lunch breaks and things like that. And can't usually do that, which is nice.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
No, you're welcome. That was Kevin Brett, a manager training and operations from Stratasys. This is Michael Rose. Thank you for joining us on Take 5 with Five9. Until next time, bye-bye.